What's up, guys? New Scott back here again, and today we are doing another full roster showcase. This time we are doing WCW NWO Thunder. Go check out all of the characters that this game had. It had a ton. It had a ton. I'm telling you, it had a ton. So let's see. Let's go through them right here. We got number one, starting off, of course, Hollywood Hulk Hogan. 6'8", 275 pounds of Hollywood. He was listed as what? He's NWO, right? Yeah. Then we got WCW. We got Bret the Hitman Hart. 6'1", 234 pounds. We got NWO Wolfpack version Sting. We got NWO Wolfpack Lex Luger. NWO Black and White The Giant. And WCW DDP Diamond Dallas Page. We got Raven. Now Raven has always been one of my favorite wrestlers, one of my favorite characters, one of my favorite guys to hear talk, tell stories. Done a couple of shows with him. Such a good dude. One of the smartest minds ever in the history of the business, in my opinion. Loved his ECW stuff. Huge fan of Raven. We got, and he's in the Flock. We got WCW Perry Saturn. He was in the Flock too, wasn't he? I guess not at this point in time. We got a very young WCW Chris Jericho. Go, Jericho, go. Y2J himself in the early days. We got NWO Black and White Big Papa Pump Scott Steiner. Holla if you hear me, where my freaks at? We got Rick Steiner, he is NWO Black and White. We got WCW Rick Steiner, the, what did they call him? The dog face gremlin. We got, ooh yeah, dig it, NWO Wolfpack Macho Man Randy Savage. We got NWO Black and White Kurt Hennig. I was going to call him Mr. Perfect, but he was Kurt Hennig here, his real name. We got NWO Black and White Mr. Too Sweet himself, Scott Hall. Loved Scott Hall. Still a huge fan of Scott Hall to this day. The bad guy. Whoa, that that doesn't look good. We got Big Sexy Kevin Nash of the NWO Wolfpack. Love Nash. He was here a couple of, I don't know if he ever came here. He was in the area a couple of times. Never met him though. Would love to meet Nash someday. We got WCW Goldberg. We got Brian Adams. He was Crush in WWF back in the day, if you don't know. And also, he was Crush, like the Hawaiian Crush, and then he was in the DOA. Right? There. Disciples of Apocalypse, that they were called. He was maybe an early member of the original Nation of Domination, too. I don't remember. Something like this. Around 97, 98-ish. We got the British Bulldog. We got Booker T, the five-time WCW champion. Sucker. Now can you dig that? We got the man of 1,000 holds, Dean Malenko. We got Wrath. I liked when he was Adam Bomb in WWE when I was a kid. It was good times. We got Ultimo Dragon. I got to see him wrestle one time. That was a really treat for me, big treat for me. We got Billy Kidman, Raven's Flock, still currently employed by WWE as an agent producer backstage. We got Brutus the Barber Beefcake, known at this point as the Disciple. He was part of Hulk Hogan's NWO Black and White. We got the Dancing Machine, WCW's Alex Wright. He was from Germany, right? That was his deal. We got Who Better Than Canyon? Nobody better than Canyon. Stuntman for the Ready to Rumble movie. We got Buff Daddy. He's buff, he's the stuff, and the girls just can't get enough. NWO Black and White Buff Daddy Buff Bagwell himself. We got the Hot Rod, Winnipeg, Canada's own Rowdy Roddy Piper. Legends in this game, man. Legends. Recently passed away. Natalia's dad, one half of one of the greatest tag teams of all time, Jim the Anvil Neidhart. We got Conan. Let me speak on this. Odele. Conan, NWO Wolfpack Conan. We got Scott Flash Norton, NWO Black and White Scott Norton. Chris Benoit, the Crippler, Edmonton's own. Such a tragic story there, tragic ending, just terrible in every way imaginable. Chris Benoit. We got Chris Benoit's best friend, one of the greatest professional wrestlers of all time, Eddie Guerrero. I have a shrine down here to Eddie Guerrero. We've got a couple of things up. We'll give you a tour of my Eddie Guerrero stuff. Huge fan of Eddie Guerrero. We're spelling it E-D-D-Y here. I don't believe he spelled it E-D-D-I-E in WWE. Did he not? He did. I'm looking at a figure right now. E-D-D-I-E, spelled differently here. Eddie Guerrero. I didn't realize it was spelled like that in WCW. Maybe that was a mistake. Who knows? We got Hammer. I don't remember much about Hammer. I do remember him being in Raven's Flock, but that's about it. We got Booker T's brother, Stevie Ray, one half of Harlem Heat, one of the greatest WCW tag teams of all time. We got Scotty Riggs. I remember he was the first person to take the Van Terminator in ECW. We got Hogan's nephew, Horace Hogan. We got a super young Rey Mysterio Jr., who's just about to make his WWE return here real soon. We got Lodi. I don't remember much about Lodi. He used to come up with signs or something, right? Lodi. We got Sick Boy. I remember Sick Boy, but I remember absolutely nothing about him. We got the chairman of WCW, La Parca. Chavo Guerrero Jr. He was in my area a couple of times. Never met him either. Like 10 years ago now or something. Chavo Guerrero Jr. Reese, that guy was a giant. I remember when Goldberg picked him up and speared him in WCW on Nitro one time. Huge reaction. We got Finley. Met him on the streets of Brooklyn one time. He's Finley and he likes to fight. Good dude. Amazing talent. We got Ming, probably the toughest man in the history of professional wrestling. Bite your nose off in a bar in Japan. Ming. We got the Barbarian. Remember when Haku and the Barbarian were a tag team in WWE? That was the thing, right? I'm not making that up. Or maybe it was Barbarian and Ming in WCW. Both members of the Heenan family. King Haku, the Barbarian. Ernest the Cat Miller, karate champion. Ernest Miller. Look at him dance. He used to do something fun on Velocity. It was like GM or commentator or something. I remember him early morning watching him on Velocity. Disco Inferno. Man, a lot of people do not like this guy in real life. Never met him. I just heard all kinds of stories, but yeah, Disco Inferno's got a ton of heat. I always enjoyed watching him in WCW. Good times. Eazy-E himself, Eric Bischoff, the man who beat WWE 83 straight weeks in a row. Huge accomplishment. Huge hat in the feather for Eazy-E, Eric Bischoff. Mean Gene Okerlund. He's a playable character. That's amazing. Mean Gene. Mean Gene. We got Miss Elizabeth, playable character. Tragic ending to such a great character, great person in the history of professional wrestling, Miss Elizabeth. We got the Enforcer, Arn Anderson. Woo! We got the greatest, one of the greatest, if not the greatest commentator of all time, Bobby the Brain Heenan. We got former Diamond Dallas Page ex-wife, Kimberly, Larry Zbyszko, Sonny Ono, who used to come out with Ultimo Dragon and his 27 world titles. Rick Fuller. I remember the name. I remember nothing about Rick Fuller at all, other than the name. Juventud Guerrera. I loved him with the mask on. Loved his old school mask. No mask here. We got Psychosis, still in the mask. Enos? Mike Enos, right? That was his name? I don't remember anything else about him. Ravishing Rick Rude's in this game. How amazing is that? Rick Rude. Look at that mustache. Mouth of the South Jimmy Hart's in this game. Kaz Hayashi. Remember the name? That's it. Mongo, Steve Mongo McMichael. I remember hearing Bret Hart one time say that if there was one guy he didn't never want to wrestle, it was Mongo because he felt he was too dangerous. We got the Nature Boy, Ric Flair. Man, he's really far down this list. How is he all the way down here? That's crazy. Ric Flair. Woo! We got Johnny Grunge. How do you go from Ric Flair to Johnny Grunge? Man, he's in it. It's crazy. We got Rocco Rock. Glacier. That's amazing. I think he was at All In. Maybe. Prince Iakea. He was like television champ there for a while. Virgil. Vincent. Met him in an airport in like Detroit or Toronto or somewhere a couple years ago. Hilarious. Tony Schiavone, announcer. Iron Mike Tenay, announcer. What was his name? Jay Dillinger? He was like security for WCW back in the day, right? That was his deal. Lee Marshall, he was a photographer for TNA, ran the website or something along those lines. He was Lee South Marshall, I could be making that up. And a friend that worked for TNA, he used to send me pictures. Pretty sure he was a photographer. We got Nitro Girl, Shay. We got AC Jazz. I remember her. I don't remember AC Jazz. Fire. Kinda remember her. Tigress. Whisper. That's Shawn Michaels' wife? I think that might be who Shawn Michaels ended up marrying. Remember Spice? Nitro Girl, Spice. Alright. What are these guys? Zumi. Y'all remember Zumi? Jamie the Learned? Stingray? Who are these guys? Cobra? These people that worked on the video game or something, and they put themselves in the game? Reanimator? Wow. Sleep Deep Edge? What is this? 5 o'clock Tony? Uncle Monkey? Devastating Dorzaz? Gucci? Wrestling Matt? Benji? Man, I could have been in a video game if I worked on this game back in the day, apparently. Dynamite Johnny? Chicken Boy? John? Dude Man? Veal? MC My Q? Dave Hoffman? That's Inland Productions. These are THQ guys now. Dave Hoffman, Leon Ma, Sanders, Donnie Naru. Man, these guys got a hard name. That's even Don. It's not even Donnie. Jim Kelly, John Ardell, Arj and Varge, Claude Rains, who's just a hat apparently. This is so weird. Astronaut, Tiffany Payne, Robot, Short Circuit. That was a movie. How did they have the rights to that movie character? Short Circuit was a movie back in the 80s. Wireframe, Chrome Dome, Indian, Cowboy, Sergeant, the Horse. I loved spearing the Horse with Goldberg. I forgot about that. Hoof Hearted, Bessie, Gorilla, Adam, who's it? Ant, Mantis, like a praying mantis, Bobby, Squirry, Snuff, Starfish, Crush, Depth, Flapper, really? Flapper, Zoot, Suit, Sailor. That's it. Man, there's some weird characters there at the end. Like, who's Flapper? Flapper? Snuff, man. There's some weird characters. Well, guys, that's the entire WCW NWO roster. Match types do they have here? They had a 10-man world heavyweight match. Like, you had to win 10 matches to win the world heavyweight title. 7 match for the United States title. 5 match for the television title. Exhibition tag team, battle royal, cage match. That's it. Well, guys, that's your WCW NWO Thunder, the full crazy roster, including the all-important Flapper. Well, I'm not sure what game I'm going to do next. See what piques my interest. If you like this video, hit that thumbs up button for me. Remember to like, share, and subscribe to the channel, newscott.com or youtube.com/newscott. Both will get you here. Thanks for watching, guys. Thanks for your support. And remember, I'm going to go win the world title with Flapper.